I've had an idea for a new little series for my channel, which is something that I'm going to call Beat the Backlog. Hi, my name is Laura, welcome to my channel. I'm about to make a huge mistake. So what I'm hoping is I'm going to go through all of my Switch games that I have on my backlog at the moment. I'm going to count them all up, add up all my little figures, and then see what number I have on my actual backlog as of today. And then at the end of every month or every couple of months, I'm going to add it all up and figure out whether I've managed to reduce that number. I'll add in all the games that I've bought, all the games that I've completed or decided not to finish, and then see whether that number balances and hopefully bring that number down each month. I'm going to focus just on the Nintendo Switch at the moment because that's the console that I play the most. It's the console that I buy the most games for and that I'm sort of actively working out on at the moment. I do still have quite a backlog for DS and 3DS games, but I don't play them as often, and I'm also not buying any games for those consoles at all anymore. So because the Switch is the games console that I play the most, it's the backlog that I'm most worried about getting too far out of hand. These are all of my Switch games. This collection is actually shared between me and my husband Ryan, so some of these games aren't mine, they're his. Some of them I bought for him or he's bought for me, but we'll both probably play. But I'll just go through them all quickly and say obviously what they are, whether they're on my backlog or not, and probably why as well. I'm going to try and do this quite quickly because this is the second time I've had to record this video, and the first time I did it, just this section of physical games took me half an hour to go through. I rambled far too much. I'm going to make it quite short and snappy. This isn't a review of any of the games, it's just going to be me holding up the game, saying whether or not it's on my backlog, and if it's not, why it's not on there. Okay, so game number 1, 51 worldwide games. This is not on the backlog, it's not really a completable game I would say, it's just a pick up and play kind of game. Game number 2 is AI The Somnium Files. This is not on the backlog because I've already completed it. It was one of the most recent games that I finished. I really enjoyed it. Not on the backlog. Game number 3 is AI The Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative, sequel to AI The Somnium Files. This game is on the backlog, I've only just bought it, so that's number 1 on the backlog. Game number 4 is the Banner Saga Trilogy. This is not on my backlog because it is not my game, it's my husband's, Ryan's, and it's not my kind of thing, I'm not interested in it, so no. And then we have The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, another one that's not mine, not on my backlog, not my kind of thing. And then Blue Reflection Second Light. This one is on my backlog. It's actually, I bought it for Ryan and he has played it and enjoyed it, but I also would like to play it, so number 2 for the backlog. And then we have Bravely Default 2. This one is also on the backlog. I can't remember who bought who this, but neither of us have played it yet and I would like to try and get to it first. Then Cadence of Hyrule. This is another one that is not mine, this is Ryan's game, and I'm not putting it on the backlog because I don't think it's my kind of thing. I might try it one day, but I'm not putting it on the backlog right now. Catherine Full Body is next. This is another one that's not my game, not on my backlog, not my kind of thing, don't think I'd enjoy it. Next is Chris Tales. This one is mine, is on the backlog. I started it, played probably a couple of hours, but I would really like to finish it. I really enjoyed the little bit that I played of it. I did a little challenge where I tried the start of 3 games to decide which one I was going to carry on with, and this was one of the ones I tried. Really enjoyed it, so. Civilization 6. No, not mine, not on the backlog. I don't even think it's really a completable game, so no. Danganronpa, there's 3 games, I think, and a party game in here from my understanding. I've completed the first one, I'm about halfway almost through the second one. So the third one and second one are both on the backlog, but the first one isn't because I finished it. Then we have Dark Souls, not one on my backlog, not my kind of thing. Also I'll just throw Dead Cells in here as well, same sort of, not of my interest. These are both Ryan's as well, they're not mine, so no. And then Disco Elysium, this one is on my backlog. It's another one I tried sort of an hour of. I would really like to get to this, so yes. Ooh, Dragon Quest 11. I've played this already, not on the backlog because I've completed it. I love this game, it was so good. FIFA 18, no, it's not completable. I don't really know why we have this, but oh. Fire Emblem Three Houses. I don't really like Fire Emblem games. I don't like strategy RPGs. So, no, Fire Emblem Three Houses, not on the backlog. Although I might try it, I might give it a try one day, but I'm not putting it on the backlog right now. Fire Emblem Warriors. I don't like Warriors games. I'll actually put Hyrule Warriors, they both go together. I don't like these kind of games. I like watching them but not playing them, so I'm not putting either of these on the backlog. Immortals Phoenix Rising. I did play the start of this, but I am going to carry on. I really enjoyed it. Would like to finish this game. Going on the backlog. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. I don't feel like this is completable. It feels more like a pick up and play kind of game, so I'm not putting it on the backlog. Then we have Kirby Star Allies. I've completed this game already, so this isn't one for the backlog. I completed this when it first came out. Not a great game, but fine. Then we have Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I haven't completed this one yet, so it is on my backlog. I've played quite a bit of it. I played a lot of it when it first came out and then kind of ditched it for a bit, but I have started it again now, so yes, this one is on the backlog. I think I'm quite near the end, so it should be an easy one. LA Noire. No, I don't think this is really for me. This is another Ryan game, so I'm going to say no on this one. Not on the backlog. Live Alive. Yes, I would like to play this one. Definitely going on the backlog. Very interested to see what this is about. Ryan played it, didn't like it very much, so I'm interested to see what my thoughts are. Luigi's Mansion 3. This one's not going on the backlog because I've already completed it. Really loved Luigi's Mansion. Enjoyed my time playing this, but because I've completed it, she doesn't need to go on the backlog. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I wouldn't say this is a completable game. I know you can unlock everything, but for me it's more of a pick up and play, so I'm not putting this one on the backlog. Metroid Dread. I don't like Metroid games. I don't really like platform games in general, so this is Ryan's game. He played it and loved it, but it's not going to go on my list because I can't see myself ever playing this, certainly not finishing it. Monster Hunter Generations. I don't think I would really like a Monster Hunter game. I've never played one. I've got Rise here as well. These are both Ryan's games. I would try them. I'd be tempted to try them, give them a go and see what I think of them, but I'm not going to put them on my list because I just don't think they're really for me, so not going on the list. Neo Geo Pocket Colour Selection Volume 1. This is not mine, this is Ryan's. He likes little arcade games like this. There's like, oh my god, 10 games on here at least. I'm not going to play any of them. This is not on my list, no. Then we have Neo The World Ends With You. Yes, this is on my backlog. This is one of my games I picked up myself for $19.99, absolute bargain. I've got the first one, which I've not completed yet, on the DS. I did try it, did start it. I couldn't really get into it at the time when I started it. It didn't gel with me, but I would be happy to go back to it and try again. I think it was me, not the game at the time, so be happy to try that again and then follow up with the sequel. Then we have No Straight Roads. This I think is like a little rhythm action game. I'm not going to put this on the backlog, but I haven't tried it, so if it turns out when I play it it is completable, I'll add it onto the list. But at the moment I don't think it's a completable game. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll add it to the list because I would like to try it, but I think it's more of a kind of party game, pick up and play kind of thing. Then Octopath Traveler. So this is on the list. I've not played this one. I know that Ryan has and liked it. I would like to try it for myself though. It really seems like a wintry game, so I'd hope to get to this one over this winter, especially now the sequel's been announced. It's got me really hyped to play this one through so I can get the sequel when it's released. But yeah, this one's on the list. Then Paper Mario The Origami King. Yes, this one is on the list. This was a gift from Ryan. I think it might have been a Valentine's present actually. So I'm going to put this one on my list. I've not even opened it yet, it's still sealed, but would like to get to it, give it a go. I know it's kind of mixed reviews, but I'd like to have a try on it. Then Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, not putting this on the list because I've already completed it. And then Pokemon Sword, not putting this on the list because I've already completed it. And then Ring Fit Adventure. I've not completed this one. I have played it for quite a while. I played it for quite a bit when I first got it, and then I stopped, and then I started playing it again for a while last year, but on the list. Then we have Scribblenauts Showdown. I'm not going to put this on the list. I don't think it's completable. I think it's more like a party game. I don't know why I bought this. I think it's just really cheap on Amazon, so no. Shin Megami Tensei 3. I would like to play this. I've not played any of these games before. We have got Shin Megami Tensei 5 as well, which is another one that I'd like to get to, so these are both going on the list. Skyrim, I'm not going to put this on my list. I would like to try it at some point, but I'm not going to commit to finishing it because it's huge and I'm not sure it's quite for me, but I'd like to have a go with it. SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. This is Ryan's game. It's not for me. I think it's a fighting game, so I'm not really going to be able to complete it, and it's not going on the list. South Park The Fractured But Whole. I would put this on my list. I would like to get around to playing this. I'm going to pop this on my list. Then we have Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition. I'm not going to put this on my list, again, because it seems uncompletable, so I'm not getting on the backlog. And then Super Bomberman, again, seems more like a party game than a completed game, so no. And then we have Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I'm going to put Galaxy on the list, but not the other two, just because I really enjoyed Super Mario Odyssey, but I don't know if older Mario titles, I don't really like platformers, so I'm reluctant to add anything too platformy to the backlog. But I'm going to put Galaxy on there and I'll see how I go with the other two. Smash Bros, not completable as far as I'm concerned, more like a party game, pick up and play, so not making the backlog. Sushi Strikers, no, this is a puzzle game, pick up and play, not making the backlog. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, not mine, not on the backlog. Super Mario Odyssey, not going on the backlog because I completed it. Super Mario Party, the not good one for the Switch. Again, this is a party game, obviously, so I'm not going to put this on my list. Supermarket Shriek, a friend sent this to me. I don't think it's completable, I think it's more party games, so I'm not going to put this on my list. And then we have 2 Point Hospital Jumbo Edition. So this game, again, I don't think it's completable, it's more like sim hospital, game. I wouldn't sort of class this as a completable game, so I'm not going to put it on the list, but I would like to actually play it since I bought it. WarioWare Get It Together. This is on the list, which is pretty shocking because I love Wario, and I was desperate to get a new Wario minigames, WarioWare game for the Switch. Finally got one, barely played it. I'm very angry at myself for that. So I would like to complete this one. It's really short as well, really short, really easy. I was desperate to get it, could not wait for this to be released. About died when they announced it. Didn't complete. Yoshi's Crafted World. I played quite a bit of this, was enjoying it. It fits in that like platforms that I like genre, so not hard platforms, just easy. Didn't complete it though, so it is on the backlog. Zelda Link's Awakening. This one I played a little bit of, but didn't complete, so this one's going on the list. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yes, it's going on the backlog. I've never played this game. And then The Witcher Wild Hunt. Same as Skyrim, basically. I'm not going to commit to completing this game, but I would like to give it a try and see if it's for me. Not sure if it's my kind of thing, but I'd like to try it, so not going to put it on the backlog though, but I am going to, put it in my maybe list. And the last games is the Xenoblade trilogy, if you like. Xenoblade Chronicles, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I've not played any of these and I would love to play all of them, so I'm going to put them all on my backlog, and that is about 400 hours. 400 hours, so just casually add that to the backlog. It's fine. Okay, so that's all my Switch games, physical. And I'm just going to do some counting and I will be back in a second with the numbers. So physical, there are 26 games on my physical backlog. It's a lot. I've completed so far this year 10 games. So that's like 2.5 years worth of gaming if I don't buy anything else. and I've not even counted my digital titles yet, so okay. And then the physical games. So the games that I have on my Switch are Pokemon Quest. No, I'm not going to complete that. Dragon Quest Builders, I feel like that's uncompletable, kind of like a Minecrafty thing, I think, isn't it? So I'm not going to put that on. Eyes, the horror game, I think that was just something that was free, so I'm not going to commit to completing that. My Time at Portia, pretty sure that's like a life sim game, so I'm going to say not completable. Littlewood, again, that's like a Stardew Valley, I wouldn't say that was completable. And then I have a game called Wonder Song. I think that is completable. I'm gonna add that. Wonder Song, yes. I have Tales of Vesperia, that's completable, yes. Haven Park, that's completable, so we'll have that one. The Rainsdown Players, I think that was either free or cheap as well. I think that is completable though, so I'm going to add that one to the list. It's 4 on here. Agent A, A Puzzle in Disguise, yes. That's 5. Toem, Photo Adventure, that's 6. I'm going to include that. I've got Little Nightmares on here. I tried that and I couldn't get on with it, so I'm not going to include that. I've got Pool Panic, which I think is possibly completable, but I don't think I'm going to complete it, so I'm not going to commit to that. Cattails, which is like Stardew Valley but with cats. I'm not going to commit to that because I think it's like, I don't think it's completable. I think it's live simming. The Last Campfire, which I tried but didn't really click with straight away, so I'm not going to include it, but if I complete it I will add it and take it off if I ever go back to it. Then I have Figment, which is a little platformy kind of game, puzzly game that I did start. I would like to finish that, so I'm going to put that on there. That's 7. Untitled Goose Game, yes, I'm going to include that, so that's 8. Ukulele, I'm not going to include that. Am I going to include that? I did start it and it was okay. It's the kind of platform game that I like. Okay, well, I'm going to include Ukulele. So that's 9. What was I on already? 26, so now I'm on 35. Okay, it's fine. 35. And then I have Florence, which I finished. Friend and Wide Ocean Blue Jacket finished. Overboard finished. Cozy Grove, I wouldn't say that's completable. The Liar and the Blind Prince, I've shelved that. I'm not going to put that on there. Oh, A Short Hike, I completed that. Part-Time UFO, I didn't know, so I'm going to add that. So that's 36. Friday the 13th Killer Puzzle, that's like a little slidey puzzle game. I'm going to include that. I've not finished it. I would like to. 30, what's that, 37? 38, 37, 38. And then Katamari Damacy Reroll, yes, I would like to finish that. So that's 38 or 39. I'll keep a counter on the screen somewhere hopefully, or I'll just count when I edit this. I think that's everything that I'd like to finish. I've finished everything else. Oh no, I've not. Final Fantasy IX. So I think that's 38 or 39. Say 39. I Am Setsuna makes 40. Trials of Mana. Why did I not see Trials of Mana? I haven't even got all my games here. So there's also Trials of Mana, Final Fantasy VII. Okay, so I've completely lost count, but I will have a number on the screen which I will be trying to reduce monthly, or at least tracking, at least keeping track of the backlog so I can see the number I need to be panicking about at all times. But I'm hoping to monthly bring my backlog down. What would I like to get it to by the end of the year? Well, it depends what the number is. I'd like to reduce it by 5 by the end of the year, and obviously any games I buy will add. When I complete them, they will come off, and I'll see if I can beat the backlog, which is the title of the video. So if you're interested in seeing whether I succeed or fail, more likely to fail, you can subscribe to my channel and follow along to see how I do. If you enjoyed this video and the absolute chaos that it was, just drop me a like, that would be amazing. But yeah, I don't know why I've done this. I really regret this now. I thought it was such a good idea. I thought, oh, I'll just count them all, it'll be so great, and then I'll have a little target. I'm a very list orientated person, so I'll have a little target and I can cross them all off and it'll be so much fun to see the number go down. But I didn't think it would be such a high number to start off with, but you know, the only way is up, down. The only way is down. The only way is down. So yeah, that's this video. So it's kind of a dual purpose, my Switch collection and the idea, the bad idea that I've had. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.